What's up, fellow classers? It's Apollyon here, and I'm going to make this intro pretty quick because we got a lot of stuff to cover. I'm going to go through, I think, every single attack we did. Just wanted to give you guys good Town Hall 8 coverage, a lot of anti-3-star bases, a lot of great attacks, albeit very similar compositions for most of them. It's going to be like a GoHO tutorial pretty much again, but I mean, fantastic war. Really, it was an arranged war. I believe it's with Galadan's like mini clan or something like that, full attack, 2 exclamation points. They were trying to get their 100th win, yeah, so they were going for their Wars 1 number 99. They were going for their number 100. They asked us to go ahead and war against us, and so they could really make it a momentous occasion, get their 100th war win against us. But we brought our A games, and yeah, I mean, they did fantastic. Total props out to them. I kind of feel bad to stopping them from getting that 100th win, but I know they will. I mean, they brought some fantastic attacks, really good strategies, really good bases. So I'm without a doubt sure that their next attack or their next war is going to be their 100th war. So yeah, I mean, really, really good. I enjoyed this war immensely, thanks to everybody on both sides that put it together. It was a 25 versus 25 with 4 Town Hall 8s and 4 Town Hall 9s and the rest Town Hall 8s. And I'm going to have some dual commentary. One of our WHF Rising guys is going to help me out with one. I'm going to split the videos into 2 and do the first 16 bases and then the next 10 bases or whatever, how it works out, and to get those in there. So I'll go ahead and we'll jump into the first top bases and get things started. I guess we'll just call you and welcome Brando to the thing. You're going to be like the silent but whatever partner, like the silent but
yeah.
Okay, well, all right,
Basically.
all right,
That'll be fun though.
yeah, man, the victory here was a really close one. I mean, super good war. This was definitely, I would say, out of we've gone against a couple clans that were probably they probably had just about almost as good of bases. I think like people like Clan Nerd and was it LP6? I don't know if Minotaur or Pegasus had some decent 3-star bases, but their attacks were nowhere near these guys' attacks. So,
yeah, I think this was the first war I was actually getting kind of nervous.
yeah. I mean, I think we really were ahead as far as the attacks / 3-stars almost the whole time, but. Yeah, they were ahead of us by points by quite a bit, like for most of the time, but they also had a lot more attacks. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, this is I guess like Zero is one of the only ones that didn't get 3-star. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
And True Alpha, and then I think our number 1. So, what was that? So just Zero, True Alpha, and Trainwreck were the only ones. So, I don't want to make the video like so super long, but, and I'm not going to do the Town Hall 9 attacks either, because I'll do those separately, because there's only 4 of them to show, okay. And yeah, we'll go through that. But I don't know. Let's just take a look at. I think I'll probably split this video into 2 videos as well. I'll probably do like 8 attacks here, and then like 8 attacks at another time, and post 2 videos. It's only because we very rarely get to have so many so many good 3-star bases to go against that I scrounge for like footage of people that fill their clan castle and that they have installed the Kyoki or whatever that thing is called 5 billion times, and we've seen the Tootsie Roll that we've hit like a million times. I try to get away from that. So I think they said that this base was like a stolen base, which I'm not saying that, so I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. But has this been used before? Do you know?
It looks similar.
Okay, maybe it's just been like modified or something like that. But I mean, Fury comes in with. I think we did almost all GoHos. This whole entire war was like probably
Yeah.
90% of the attacks were GoHo. So, and you weren't even in the war, right? You didn't get a chance to do it. Like you were just kind of spectating,
No.
right?
Yeah, I was just watching the war.
Yeah, that's cool though. We
Oh,
always like this the support. I mean, it was a 25 versus 25. So,
yeah.
um,
It was
I
good.
mean, this is what you're going to see most of the time too. Like as far as bringing one rage. I don't know if they did this themselves or they just decided to copy our attacks. Because when they first started hitting us, they were not doing these type of attacks, and then all of a sudden, like through halfway through the war, they started doing rage and two heals with GoHo. Like it's
Yeah.
so I don't know if they I don't want to say that they don't do that, but they weren't doing that in the beginning. They were doing a lot of mass hogs and just kind of decent 3-star attack strategies, but not like this. And when we started to 3-star them quite a bit, I started watching it and watching them come in and completely
They
use
were.
the same strat, same
Yeah.
everything.
They
Which
started moving over to the GoHos.
yeah, and the three the two heals and one rage. The rage is to get up to get those wall breakers in if you need to rage up
Yeah.
those wizards to take care of the clan castle. I only use it really the rage if wall breakers are instrumental or if I'm not doing a lure. If I'm not doing a lure and I need those wizards to kill the clan castle and that's time, then for me you have to rage the wizards. They're just not like a queen or something.
Yeah. No, and I like what he did with the wall breakers though. Like he got a lot of value out
Yeah,
of them.
yeah. Look at that whole thing is wide open there. I mean, that's not with an earthquake. That's I think that was a double giant bomb set too, right next to that clan castle. But he didn't end up having to even trip it, or But it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It's crushed anyway. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see these quite a bit. So I think we'll hit like the top, 12 or something like that, maybe 15,
Okay.
and just go through them real quick. This one was mine, so I think this one was the first hit of the war. Maybe not. I don't know if it was the first. Let's just see, so I'm not lying. Um,
Good.
I,
I think it was our first.
yeah, that's what I mean. Our first. They hit us first, but yeah. So it was our. They 3-starred us first, and then I
You came
came
right
back
back.
and 3-starred them. So yeah. So I'm going to do this exact same thing. I'm bringing the GoHo with a surge shattered entry with 2, and I'm going to go ahead and spread it pretty wide. So I don't. Did I send that for the lure? Yeah, I did send it for the lure, just because I just wanted to take care of it. I don't know. Whenever I split my golems, so they're coming in from 2 different sides, I don't want to risk which side is the one that trips the clan castle like
The
I
bomb.
did. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, the
Yeah.
clan castle, because then you lose a little bit if one of them is getting hit on one side and the other kill squad is on the other side. So I didn't need to drop
Yeah,
that
exactly.
poison. That poison was worthless. I mean, those wizards were completely crushing that P.E.K.K.A. But I mean, I do a split here with the golem. I mean, a huge spread of wizards
Yeah, you
funnel.
went wide with that.
Yeah, I mean, I should. There's no reason not to. And I
Yeah.
breaking open both sides here, or both compartments with wall breakers. So the wizards were already there for the traps, like as far as like springs or anything. So I knew that I didn't have to send them in one by one. And yeah, they don't have to worry about a clan castle kill. So I raged them up to get into that central compartment where the double giant bombs are supposed to be. And I send these 3 wall breakers in right here, and it's like they just decide to like completely do their own thing. Like, so they
Yeah.
were a complete waste of 6 space there. They did absolutely nothing for me. But
Yeah.
whatever. They tripped the double giant bombs, the kill squad, and then it's just time to surgical the thing.
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of value though with your kill squad. You went more than half the base.
Yeah, totally. And I think that's what a rage does. If you're not using it with to kill the clan castle, then it'll at least get you to where you need to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I know that there's only one other spot for the giant bomb, and there it is, unless they put it on some wonky space. But it's like it's like anything else. Like, I play a lot of poker, and for me, it's harder to play a new poker player than an old like somebody that knows what they're doing, because like you can almost decide where these things are going to be when you look at the base. They only make logical
Oh
sense
yeah.
where the bombs are. But with like somebody that doesn't know Clash as well as maybe like we do or other clans
Someone
do.
else? Yeah.
Yeah, they put bombs on the outside. They put bombs next to the gold storage. You know,
Yeah. The
they
pathing isn't really there.
exactly. And you
Yeah.
never know. So these hogs are doing cleanup, and all of a sudden, like 7 hogs run across and trigger a double giant bomb next to 2 gold storages, and it's like it's cool for trolling. I mean, it really crushes the raid, but I mean, it's such an easy cleanup on the next one. I mean, that's the only reason
Yeah.
you don't do it. So. I mean, it makes it almost a given 3-star on the next one if you're gonna ruin a bomb like that. But
Yeah.
so yeah, so three
I mean, you
stars.
crushed it.
Yeah, I
you,
mean,
you crushed that
I
base.
was super happy with that. It was really cool. My king was still alive and had a bunch of hogs. I think probably lost about 4 or 5 hogs the whole thing.
Yeah, you had a handful.
Yeah. So I did get a 6-star war, which I'm like super psyched about. One of them was a cleanup, so it was later on into the war, but we'll cover that way later. It's down.
Yeah.
I think this was a cleanup also with Danker on number 7, but again, it's like we're just gonna do GoHo. I mean, that is the OP strategy for Town Hall 8. I mean,
Yeah. I like how he changes it up though. I like how he brings the quad quake instead.
yep.
It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
No, not bad. Yeah, that's it. Because I mean that whole spot there, where he didn't even open it where I thought he was going to open it. So I thought he was going to open it where the Wiz Tower was on the left side. But yeah, no, that's going to get him. I mean, what I say on my videos is, for me, the whole point of GoHoing and you bringing golems, especially too, is you got to get into the core and get the giant bombs tripped. If you can't get the giant bombs tripped, the golems are almost worthless. I don't know.
I mean, if you can eliminate the padding at least, like you don't need to really trip it. I mean, you'd want to, but if you can at least eliminate the pathing,
Yep.
then right, it's still in a sense worth it. But you'd want to trip it just to be safe.
Sure. Yep. Yeah. So he does it right there. I mean,
Yeah.
he trips the double giant bomb and the other giant bomb spots tripped. So
Yeah.
again, smooth sailing from here. There's. I don't think he has any more heals, but the king is and the golem are tanking the point defenses. So I mean, they're only have to
And
worry
then
about that.
he's got cleanup going on the outside already.
Yep, and he does that really well with the wizards. Like, so they're all coming from the top down, so he doesn't have them like going all over the place.
Yeah. But yeah, he crushed that.
So we'll speed this thing up because yeah, it's completely crushed and it's.
Yeah, it's good. We got to see some anti 3-star bases now.
Yep. Yeah. All right. So let's jump down just a couple more. Well, no, we'll jump. We'll just do number 8. Sen. Yeah, another GoHo. But this, at least we see just a cold-blooded. So this is the 1 golem entry. So.
Yeah.
And I think whenever I do a 1 golem, I almost always lure. I feel like the dragons go through that golem so fast that if it's just 1, they deteriorate so quick. So
yeah, especially if you have like a Town Hall 8 level 2 golem, one bomb drop from a loon and it's like halfway done already.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
So.
Yeah. It's really so. I that's just from my experience. Always, if you're going to bring a cold-blooded, just 1 golem. If you can do the lore without spending way too many troops,
yeah,
then go for it and do it. I mean, six hogs equals one golem. So,
yeah, so.
If you don't have to spend 6 hogs to get that lure and to do it, and most of the time when you do a kill squad like this, those wizards should be left over like from that kill squad from killing the clan castle to just go ahead and back up that golem like right after. So they shouldn't be counted as troops that are expended to kill the clan castle. They should be troops that support your kill squad to move into the base. So
yeah,
as they're pretty much doing here. I mean, there goes 1, there goes 2. So he trips the double giant bomb there, and he has 3 heals here. So he didn't have to use a rage. So I mean, 3 heals with 1 giant bomb left. I mean, you can basically heal the rest of the base. Like, you can just chain heal, and there's no chance of them dying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where the bomb is in this base, but it's no threat anymore.
Yep. Well,
Literally,
it's
there's
not
no
there.
threat to it.
So it's got to be between the Wiz Tower and Archer Towers, and that right here. It should be healed right. You should be dropping that heal right now. There we go. Yeah, because it's got to be right there, or between the air defense and the Tesla. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's where it could be too. But he's got so much cleanup. It's really not. Oh well, they just eliminated that double giant bomb spot. So I don't know, maybe or just giant bomb spot. So I don't know where it is. He,
No, I mean, I don't know if he. I don't know if it's in the base.
I think it's
I don't,
in one of those spots. I think it is in that spot that they just ran right around, like
yeah.
right to like almost a 3 o'clock position, but a little lower.
Yeah.
It's probably it.
Could be.
So my God, look how many units he has. This is insane, man. Look how many.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Uh,
just great. Sorry, what?
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, this was a fun war.
Yeah,
Like going back on it. I mean, we barely get chances like this, and when we do, it's fun.
Yeah, completely. I think he mass hogs. No, doesn't mass hog this. Wow. Okay, so we're doing another GoHo. This is like a GoHo tutorial, but at least he brings a couple
Basically.
to a couple of minions because they can take advantage of no air defense there because mortar cannon no big deal. So that's pretty cool. Air defenses are pretty tucked away inside the core, so
Yeah.
he can use those minions to fun, which is really smart. I mean, it's just they're not going to go down for a long time. So I think that poison is dropped maybe a little too far back. I don't know. It's tough to say. I think they make it through that poison. At least the Valk does. So
Yeah.
the poison
But
could have been dropped a little closer in, but that's all right. So he's doing the
yeah.
one rage and two heals. Um, so I'm not sure what he's waiting
Um,
for the rage.
I like how we started the surgical though.
Yeah, that's cool. He does trip the two giant bombs right there. So
Yeah.
again, we're in almost the same boat. I mean, most of the base is wrecked already, and with those two heals, he can cover 75% of the defense base. So it's
Yeah.
pretty much
And I
over.
mean, everything's gonna be either targeting his hogs, which are standing in heals, or his kill squad.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
there's no threat,
Yep.
right?
And there he goes. He healed right on that giant bomb spot. So it's hard for me to tell where these people did cleanup attacks and straight attacks. I mean, but I don't remember
Yeah.
this one either. This one probably was a cleanup, but I don't want to say that without knowing. I think he's running a little low on hogs though.
Yeah, it is those skellies.
Yeah.
But I mean, his P.E.K.K.A. is up, his King's
Yep.
still up, and he's
Yeah.
got a ring of wizards going off. So that's nice.
Yeah, very nice. We'll just clean it up. I mean, fast forward it because he wrecked that pretty good. So, all right. So this one, I think. Oh, I don't know if we want to show this. This it's not like we did anything wrong, but this was our Town Hall 9 cleaning up. He already did all of our other Town Hall 9s were cleared,
Yeah.
and he already had hit number 1, which was the only one that needed to be hit, the only one that could have been 3-starred. So you waited till the end of the raid and then just hit as close up as was still available.
Possible.
So yeah,
Yeah,
so I'm
and
not
just
going to show
clean it
that because I mean I think he Draglooned that, but I mean he just destroyed it pretty much.
Yeah.
Like he
I
really
mean,
did.
it's hard to mess that up.
All right, well, we're mixing things up a little bit here. We're doing a GoVaLo, so still golems, but not at least not a GoHo. So he's going to get like a super wide spread here too, and what you have to do with Valkyries, they will run to anything that's even if it's far away. If they don't have a straight path to do it like this, there's nothing for them to run to except that Archer Tower. So.
Yeah.
And they will crush. Oh man, they just demolished that clan castle. Like, they got that area of effect sweep. So like, if it's not a dragon or a loon, they just annihilated that clan castle. Like
Yeah.
I didn't even see it. It went by so fast. So
Yeah, and the Valks, they're really tanky, man.
yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure they're more tanky than a giant. And their damage
Yeah.
output is
For a Town Hall 8, yeah, definitely. Yep, and they do
crazy.
hella more damage. I mean, they do like 5 times as much damage. They have just
Yeah.
about as much hit points as a max giant does, if not a little bit more. and they do a ton more of damage, and they're like twice as fast. So, yeah, they're
And I like what he did at the bottom there with the giant. Something simple like that. I mean, helps a lot.
yeah,
Getting the air defenses to target that giant, like the
yeah,
arch tower and the
yeah,
wizard.
yeah. They're so slow that they they need a little help. Yeah, and if it makes a difference between them getting in, that's a big deal. But I mean, I love when I see like a GoHo like this, and you see this many balloons are still left.
Yeah.
That's just really. I mean, what does he have? Two, four, six, like 6 or 7 balloons wide open, and
Yeah.
I don't know. You got a really nice split there. I mean, they like look at that. They're all split. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 loons there, and yeah, this thing is toast. I
It
mean,
got crushed.
yeah.
But I like the variety.
Yeah, Pekka's still up too. A Golem is completely up with Golemites. So, yeah, that was just really bad. Crushed base. All right, so Chris goes in on this one. And, okay, so, I mean, at least we're going to get just another cold-blooded. So we're not going to do a Shattered 2 Golem. We're just going to do one.
Yeah. Where is he coming? See, I like how something so simple like starting a funnel with a minion.
Yep.
Simple
It's
things like
great.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fantastic. You can get so much value out of it because they're not going to get hit for a long time. Those are the
Yeah.
ones that like they go. Sometimes they get killed quickly, but sometimes they make it through like half the raid and they destroy 4, 5, or 6 bases. He'll get taken out by the AD, but still, that funnel is completely created right here, and it's time to send in the king and the. I don't know what he brought in his if he brought a P.E.K.K.A. in from the clan castle.
Maybe
or
he
not.
brought hogs.
Yeah, he might have brought hogs. Yeah, he should have dropped that P.E.K.K.A. in if he did bring it. So you're probably right. Yeah, that's a good poison though. That's a good poison.
Yeah. It'll catch everything.
Yep. Because those wizards will do so much damage quickly to that king. I mean, his health will just drop like crazy if there's 4 or 5 of them that are hitting him all at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, and there he drops the CC hogs.
Yep.
The max hogs there.
And he brought 3 heals, so again, he's covering 75% of that existing base with those heals.
Yeah.
I think that's
And
another
then the
thing.
remaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yep. I think that's another good thing about bringing Golem if they can get into those compartments is you don't have to cover the base with heals. Like it's so much better that way. So
Yeah. But I mean, also it's surgical, like surgical deployment. If you can learn that, get that down packed,
Yep.
it's really unstoppable.
Yep, it sure is. Because if you think about it, there's 6 spring traps in the base. So at worst, absolute worst case scenario is they can spring 18 hogs. I mean, but that would have to be like, instead of being like the perfect raid, that would have to be like the most unperfect raid humanly possible for them to hit. For all those hogs to time it perfectly in groups to hit, each spring trap with like more than 3, and get hit that way. So if you I think for me when I mass hog with Town Hall 8, I usually have about 33 to 35 hogs. That's usually what I have. So if you get 18 spring trapped, you still have like I don't know, like 19 or so, or a little less, like 18 or 17 or 18 hogs that are and
Yeah.
if as long as you don't trip a double giant bomb and get baconized, I mean,
How did he not trip that double?
I don't know. Let's
funny.
let's play it back and fast and just see real quick. With the one that's, do you mean the one that's in the cannon and the AD up there?
Yeah, his king and golem, were they not in that compartment?
I thought they were. I thought
Yeah,
they
they
ran
should
through
be.
it completely.
Well, that's okay, yeah.
Let's see right here. Okay. Oh.
Oh wow.
So they
That's funny.
completely, they did the correct pathing. I don't know if he meant to do that or not. I'm sure he didn't. I'm sure he wanted his golem to trip him, but yeah.
That's funny. That's great.
Yeah, so they created that pathing kind of, whoops. Okay. So, but they do hit it, right? The
Yeah.
golem does. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
On
this
the
is
way
the one.
back.
Yeah, this is the one where they were saying that like the golem almost messed up his raid because he makes it through with his hogs here, and then watch as soon as he finishes these buildings, his golem will turn and go towards the north because they're he's got nothing to pound on the wall for. Like right here, as soon as they finished with the clan castle, they
Yeah.
finish it like right here, and now the AI says to the golem, "Okay, you got no more reason to pound on the wall, so go back up north and start hitting that elixir storage." And
Yeah. And I'm pretty
yeah,
sure it takes out a couple hogs.
yeah, it did. It did. It
Yeah.
took out. I mean, at least it didn't get double hit, but that one giant bomb did. So yeah, thanks to that golem for that. That was completely.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. All right, we'll look at we'll go down to 15. So we'll look at three more. We'll do 13, 14, and 15. So trying to think if this was
There
towards.
you go.
I don't
This is
think.
shattered.
Yeah, I don't think this was towards the latter part of the war. I think Fury did this earlier, so I could be wrong. But yeah, so another shattered GoHo. I mean, but that's okay. I mean, it's if it works,
Yeah.
don't fix what's not broken. So. Okay, so that's what I do. I rage, so those wizards at least lock in. They will take out a dragon so fast that with rage, with like two rage wizards will like three-shot a dragon,
Yeah.
and
It's gone. It's basically gone.
yeah, it's done. It's like a rage queen, basically. It's the only it's the equivalent of a rage queen, and there they go in the trip that giant bomb spot. So
Yeah.
it's kind of frustrating though to build a base against us because you look at this and you're like, okay, I mean, we all know where the double giant bomb spots are, and a lot of times we can figure out where the giant bomb spots are, which you don't really have to worry about because you can heal a giant bomb spot. But you can't make the base less compact than this. I'm sorry, more compact than this. You can't make too many more compartments because then you really eliminate double giant bomb spots, and then it can be mass hog simple. So you can eliminate that that GoHo strategy away if you really compartmentalize the base and make it so that
Yeah.
they can't go, they just bound on walls like this Golemite's doing. But at that point, if you compartmentalize it that much, then mass hog is the viable option because you already know where the hogs are going to go and the pathing is easy and they don't have to worry about anything. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I know. Sometimes I was wondering to myself, like, well, why do you build a base like an anti-3 like this if it's so easy to be GoHo'd, or you can GoHo it like most of the time. But there is no perfect base that you can do at Town Hall. Town Hall 9 is you have more flexibility to design bases against most strategies. But even if you do it that way, you could be more susceptible to like a La Lune if you put like too much defenses in one area and your ADs in another area, then
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, that's the beauty of Clash, right?
Yep.
It's all strategy.
And I will say this: I probably 95+% of the war community does not use GoHo on a consistent basis with like in regular clan wars.
Yeah.
We're probably, these guys did it, we did it, but I mean, what do we want? 35, 40 wars already, and I can say probably 4 of those wars I've seen GoHos. Like I see
Used against us.
Yeah, used against us. I see Dragloons, Drag Riders, Go Wipes. Sometimes they'll try a mass hog, or throw something really funky that I don't even know what it is. But
Yeah.
I don't,
Just like
I don't see them using GoHo that much ever. So, I mean, if you're in a clan and you wanted to stop like Go Wipe or something like that, then build an anti-3-star base. But put your Teslas not on the outside like this guy has it, like Smallser has it, because P.E.K.K.A.s love to take out those easy Teslas. So put them on the outskirts of in the inside of the outer walls, so that they just keep getting like pounded by the Tesla, walking all the way through, like walking on the outside. From start to finish, they just keep doing it, and Teslas will chew through P.E.K.K.A.s like on their P.E.K.K.A. walks. So,
Yeah.
yeah, But I mean,
That's good.
he can do that against us because he knows we're not going to go wipe. So we're not bringing four Pekkas, to take out the space.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I mean, great use. He finally drops his Clan Castle Hogs. Did he? So, and I missed it. I mean, I'm commentating and I didn't. So this is the first one we didn't even.
Have a GoHo.
Yeah, this wasn't a GoHo. Let me just do that one over again. That sucks. I mean, I didn't mean to. It's so rare that I mean I did a mass hog on number 22, so I know I'll see another one. But it's so he brings the 37 hogs, just like I was talking about, 32 of his own, and
Yeah.
and when you're doing the mass hog, so now you don't have the luxury of tripping giant bombs with your
Kill
golem
squad.
or your kill squad, right? So
Yeah.
now you got to decide whether you are going to suicide some hogs into those spots and try to trip a double giant bomb, or you just want to eliminate pathing altogether. So,
Yeah.
do you remember what he did here? Because I was kind of going on a rant.
Honestly, it was just all surgical, like I was saying in the other clip we just did there.
Yeah,
Surgical is really overpowered.
yeah,
GoHo and surgical in Town Hall 8,
yep. Okay.
like you can't really stop it.
So it's kind of. I don't know if this is so surgical right now. So
It's not a lot, no. But he just slowly trickles in back end hogs.
yeah, yeah, yep. Now, yeah, it is surgical at this point, and that way you never really lose. Even if you trip double giant bomb spot, like there's one,
Yeah,
right? Is that?
yeah,
But that was a double giant. Yeah, so that was a double giant. But look at he loses two hogs,
yeah,
or maybe five if you count the other ones. But I mean, tripping a double giant bomb spot and losing 3 to 5 hogs is optimal. That's
yeah.
great. So
And
yeah,
then he has I'd say about a good handful of hogs left for cleanup.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So
So that's a good example of a surgical, hog deployment where he can eliminate or at least trip giant bombs without losing too many. And I mean, I think if you use like if I go back to this base, not to play it over again, but if I just to see why you would use this compared to a GoHo. If you wanted to, you could quake in on that clan castle to open up that core full. But
yeah,
I mean, look how it's kind of difficult to get into that core. The way he has the base laid out, the wall breakers AI is just not. It's going to be funky, and you gotta really rely on those wall breakers to get the outside to break in all the way to that core. So
yeah.
yeah,
And honestly, I do like this base. I mean, there's multiple layers,
yep,
right? So it does make it harder for a GoHo because there's multiple layers of walls.
hmm
But I mean, yeah, surgical. I mean, it
yeah.
wasn't as surgical as most of it, but
Yeah, but it was great, and I mean, yeah, I didn't even really look at this base to attack it, so I didn't study it. But yeah, now that I'm looking at it, it's one of those bases where you're like, I don't really want to attack it if I don't have to, because it's like there is no. You can look at a base and go, boom, GoVaLo, boom, like mass hog, boom, GoHo or whatever, holo. You can look at certain bases and it just almost like pops into your head. And then there's
yeah,
things like this where you're like, well, I could do this or I could do this, but none of them is like a guaranteed 3-star attack or like
yeah,
something that will always get it there. So, all right, we'll look at this one last one, and I think this is their leader. I mean, I heard this is supposedly Galadon's clue. I don't know if this. I don't think it's him, but it's a funky base too.
yeah. And then I think we have another. I don't know if it's a surgical, but we have
Yeah, it's a
two
mass
others.
hog, regardless, with a little loon thrown in there.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, that minion maybe was there just in case, but didn't really do him any good. So,
yeah,
yeah, it's cool that we can see him do another mass hog instead of just
yeah.
the typical GoHo. So,
But that was a really, really cheap lure.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that.
What lure? What pulled the balloon? I don't remember what pulled the balloon.
He sent a
He
hog in.
sent the hog in.
One
Okay,
hog.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
always a great thing. Send one balloon to knock it down, and then send a balloon hog in right after.
Yeah.
All right. So he uses your giant thing. I used to be
Yeah.
a fan of that, but I'm not so much anymore at Town Hall 8. Town Hall 9 Giants are much beefier and really
Yes.
can tank for your hogs. At this, it could be argued. They do okay, but I mean, sometimes
Yeah.
you could just bring another hog in there. Oh, there's another one. He trips the giant bomb, the double giant bomb perfectly. He
Yeah.
loses two hogs. I mean, can't get any better than that.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, you can't, as long as you know how the deployment is and you know when to deploy them.
Yep.
I mean, can't go wrong with surgical.
Yeah, he still has a wizard left over, which I mean, yeah, it's probably kind of like me, where it's like I'm concentrating on other things and I don't realize I have a wizard still left over. But I think he
Yeah.
pretty much crushed this base. So yeah, it's nice to know that you have leeway. Like even if you do make a mistake or lose a couple things here and there, that when you beat a base this badly, you're not rushed for time. You're not nothing can really
Yeah.
go wrong. You tripped your double giant bombs. Even if you do a spring, I mean, you're going to lose 2, 3, 4 hogs, but that's still fine. I think even if these hogs were crushed by a double giant bomb at this time, these wizards and king would, with the time that he had, would have
Oh yeah.
cleaned it up. I mean, what did he have? Yeah, so it was just about a 2-minute raid. So
Yeah.
no more. You know what?
And
We'll do one more because this one, number 16, was almost at the. I think this was the second to last town
yeah,
hall to be beaten. So
I think it was within the last hour of the war.
yeah, and I think we had 73 stars, and this would gave us the 74. You know, just to kind of clinch it.
Yep.
It was hit like 2 times before, and one was for 98.9%, and the other was for like 94, 96. So you gotta
Yeah.
hate that. But I mean, he just completely mass hogs this one. And again, we knew where the giant bomb one was right here, and then the double giant bomb is right through here. But I don't know if well, we'll see. I don't remember if he eliminated the spot or just obviously that was for lure and for suicide to get rid of that giant bomb. He didn't want to waste a heal because he
Yeah.
bought 3 heals. No use if they're not going to get further than that. Just cut your losses and take the giant bomb trip and then go. So I think these are suicide hogs here. So he sends these 3 hogs in here. Their job is just to run in there and then trip. There you go. Trip those double giant bombs, and the story is done at that point. Now he can concentrate on his heals for the rest of the hogs. Still
Yeah.
has his clan castle hogs, and yeah, there he goes. He deploys them, and I mean he's got nothing to worry about. All he has to do is worry about the point defenses and the splash defenses because there is no more
Yeah.
giant bombs. So
And I mean that heal covers, you know, all the rest of the defenses.
yep,
So
yeah. Pay attention to what you're going to cover with your heals. You don't. I see a lot of people covering mortars and air defenses with your heals. Don't do it. I mean, you know, it's not going to help you.
yeah.
And unless it's a Tesla farm or something, the air defenses and mortars can't do anything to your hogs when you start, you know, getting close to them.
Yeah.
It's just not going to do anything for it. So, it was a great. This was a great attack. I think we were all like, we had 3 other people that we were planning attacks for this, and
Yeah.
you know, we one was going to do a Dragloon or drag rider, another was going to do another GoHO, and then Freakin' just comes in and just like he doesn't say anything, and all of a sudden we're like,
Just
oh,
surgical hog
it's
it.
freaking live, and like it just crushes the base, and we're like, okay,
Yeah.
now what do we do at this point? So yeah, so I'm sorry we didn't have you in the war.